Hey reality changers, what's going on? So these past couple of days, a lot of you have been messaging me and also worried about what's been going on with the coronavirus, and also asking me questions about what's been going on here in San Diego and the United States, especially for those of you who are out of the country and are also experiencing something similar in your country. So I wanted to share with you guys 5 ways to stay mentally okay during this time of crisis for your children and for yourself. Number 1, the most important one, I think, inform yourself as much as you can about what's happening, not just from one source. If you're like a conservative and you're focusing on, watching your news from a specific website or specific news outlet, be okay with looking at the opposite perspective to get both perspectives and understand what's happening and make a better judgment about what's going on. What I'm paying attention to what's going on right now is that there's a lot of like fear, and I think informing yourself about what's really happening from both sides of the coin is your responsibility. And not only that, you have to teach that to your children. Teach them what's going on, educate them based on their age level about what's going on, but definitely be proactive about that. It is your responsibility to stay informed, not mine, not anybody else's. Your responsibility. Even if you're underage, it is still your responsibility to find out what's happening. Number 2, there's a shortage of toilet paper, there's a shortage of face masks, and a shortage of a bunch of stuff. Look around your house and start paying attention to the things you have been taking for granted, like the water, like toilet paper and stuff like that. When we're always really busy in our 9 to 5 or in our regular work schedule or life schedule, you kind of just go on robot mode and you stop paying attention to what's been happening around you. Start paying attention to the stuff that you've been taking for granted, because it's going to be really important for you to start reflecting whether this situation gets worse or better. Number 3, start reconnecting with your elders. So I found out that the coronavirus is more deadly with members of like the elder community above 60, 70, 80 years old, or people with low immune systems. It's really important to make sure that they're okay. And also, this very important factor, talk to them about if this has ever happened to them in their lifetime. How did they react to past experiences like this? So I spoke to one of my elders about this, and he told me that something similar has happened before in his lifetime, and so on and so on and so on. So there's no reason to panic. It's important to take care of yourself and obviously stay clean and wash your hands, but also it's not good to panic. It's important to understand that this is something that may or may not have happened to us before. Maybe not in our lifetime, but I remember like in my lifetime when I was at UC San Diego and I was studying, the Great Recession that happened during when Obama was president. He inherited a bunch of stuff that was happening previously, but regardless of who was in charge of the freaking presidency, it was affecting us, right? It was affecting everybody. I wasn't affected as much because I was in school, but I did know that a lot of people lost businesses, a lot of people lost their jobs. Obviously, we recovered. You know what I mean? So what happens is this is what's happening right now. I think we're experiencing the bottom part, and hopefully, not too low, but eventually get our butts back up here. So focus on that and talk to your elders to get an understanding of what's really happening, and also protect them. Number 4, this is also a really important time to reconnect with your children, to start talking about stuff that is happening and how to react to these situations. So the moment you learn the things you have to learn during this difficult time, is teach it right away to yourself and to your family, and pay attention. It's almost similar to the previous rule I mentioned, but this is more about you. In your lifetime, this could happen again. This may not be the first time this could be this kind of scare. There's been before like virus outbreaks before. So it's how you react. Think of this as an opportunity to test yourself and your endurance and your perseverance and how to really react to stuff. Everyone here right now, I'm 100% sure has been struggling with something inside of them. So this is the way you're gonna react to this situation is going to also reflect on who you are and what you're going through. So pay attention. Last but not least, number 5, and there's a lot more stuff that I want to add, but this is the last one for today. If your situation gets tough, talk to each other, communicate with each other, communicate with your neighbors, communication is key right now. There's a lot of first, second, and third world countries who have always experienced something like this, who are continuously on a monthly basis experiencing stuff like this, these kinds of scares. They're like they're like microcosms, like little examples of what we're experiencing now as a country, as a world, in smaller parts of the world. For those of you that are part of third world or second world or countries that have been through something like this, start giving as much advice as possible to each other, and communication is key. Regardless if it's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or whatever, communicate with each other and share each other's perspectives. You're gonna be surprised how the information is being fed in different parts of the world and in different situations, whether you're on the left side of the political spectrum or on the right side or in the middle. You'll be really surprised. So it's very important to communicate with your children, to communicate with yourself, because it is your responsibility. It's our responsibility to actually do that. Don't panic. I know a lot of businesses will get affected by this. I think it'll also affect us because of YouTube stuff, but forget about that. Like, it's gonna happen regardless. Don't panic. Just focus on being yourself and focus on being honest and being proactive. And get ready. Whether it's something that's gonna last for a couple of months or a year, or maybe next week will be fine, it'll just completely disappear out of nowhere. But regardless, it's always good to always be ready. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'd love to know your thoughts about this video, and if there's any more ideas or advice or things, suggestions you want to share down below, please in the comments. And let me know, like I said, let me know what you think is going on in your community, in your country, or whatever's going on. And I'm gonna take care of my family, guys. I mean, I'm gonna take care of my own. I'm gonna continue to protect my own, and I really love your support, of course. And also, I'm gonna be praying for all of us to get through this together, and stay connected. That's the most important thing. Okay, stay connected. Yeah, a lot of us will lose, some of us will win. Whatever, you know, I don't know what the heck is going on. Just be okay here and be okay here. Okay, and communicate. All right. I love you so much. Thank you for watching.